Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Craig from Video Juice. Welcome back. We are here with episode six of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I had to second guess myself there. Last time on Agents, we had the first half of the 70s time period. We got Malik back old. We got Project Insight moved forward. How many years? 70s, 40 years? Thereabouts. When was Winter Soldier? I can't even remember. I'm not doing maths. The agents are out now. The lads know where they are. The Chronicoms know where they are. And they have Mac's parents down in the lighthouse. And Rick Stoner's back. It was another absolutely stellar episode. I loved it. I've loved every episode this season. I think last episode was probably my favourite of the season so far. I just thought it was top notch the whole way through. The 70s theme was cool. The intro was cool as well. You know, I loved everything about it. And we got some extra mysteries set up, you know, with Simmons. They kind of furthered a little bit of what's going on with her. Or raised more questions, I should say. They didn't answer anything. But yeah, the timeline has definitively changed. I said Malik came back. He's now dead again. I said all this backwards. I wrote some stuff down when I was editing as well. Just pretty much about the Simmons thing. I've been thinking about the Simmons thing all week, trying to figure out what could be happening. I'm still sold on the old age. I'm not sold on the old age thing, but I still feel like it's a good guess, you know. But there's a lot of ins and outs of that I can't wrap my head around. And I was saying that if they had their minds in a machine, that would stop their body from aging. But their minds still would. But that wouldn't really make their memories deteriorate. But if they were in it for a significant amount of time, they could have just forgotten stuff. You know, I'm talking about the Bobo name here. But again, I don't know. I was thinking as well, and I only thought about this when I was editing back again, just because of the way the scene was shot. Does Gemma know that there's an implant in her? You know what I mean? Because she was rubbing it. She was doing this. But she didn't outright acknowledge it, you know, even when she was talking to Enoch. So I'm thinking maybe she doesn't know that there's something there. She doesn't know that there's something wrong. I don't know. The way when I was editing back, I was like, fuck, there's no definitive acknowledgement there that she knows that it's there. You know, she was just rubbing the back of her neck as if there was a pain. So I could be looking into stuff too much there, and it might be nothing, but there might be a situation where she doesn't know that there's something there. But again, we don't know what it is yet, you know. We did have a Q&A as well. We got some decent stuff for the Q&A. I posed a question as well if anyone had any theories on what's going on with Simmons. So I got a few from that. Let me just get them up. So this first question is from David Olson. It's long. I will put it down here, the full thing. But to paraphrase, talking specifically about Simmons, one line she said is, "Why am I afraid to tell these?" and then stops. He says, sounds like she was going to say these people, and then talks about the fact that what if Gemma was replaced by like a Skrull or a clone or someone that Enoch hired, and the implant is feeding her memories or and stuff like that, feeding her information, and that's why she doesn't know the details, like the name Bobo and stuff like that, you know, and the EMP messed with it, and that's why she's forgetting stuff. It's a good theory. That is a really good theory, and it would be a cool way of tying this into some of the newer movies, like with the Skrulls introduced in Captain Marvel. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Once like, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough one to call because there's so many moving parts and stuff that we don't know, you know? Because if that's the case, where's Gemma, you know? Where is Gemma if that is the case? And the next one is from Thomas Richards. My theory is that Gemma and Fitz are elderly, and as a result, she has Alzheimer's or is senile. The thing in her neck is an implant that gives her all the memories and mental abilities back that she's lost, and it also makes her appear young. And then since it's malfunctioning, her mental facilities are slipping. Yeah, like that's one of the things I had theorized as well. Again, all of these theories are great, right? But there's always a few small details that you're like, right, how does this work? And that's always what's thrown me around the place, you know? Like if she is old, how does a thing make her appear young, you know? That's just the finer details. But I feel like it's leaning towards something like that. Just with the little breadcrumbs we're after getting, you know, with the line last season from Enoch saying, what we're going to do is going to change the natural course of your lives forever. They agreed to do it. They have all this tech that should have taken them years, I assume, to make, you know, because they would have had to design it and make it. Then they had upgraded the Zephyr. They created this time drive. Yeah, like the time has a significant part in this, you know. Time is involved in this somewhere. How it ties into it, I don't know. That's the small details we don't know. I'm still leaning towards some sort of old age type thing as well. But again, just it's the details that we don't know. Another one from John Shull. Simmons has an implant and her memory is fading. Maybe she is actually really, really old. Her cyber is helping her enhance her brain, but it is struggling. So I agree with your idea. Yeah, like, just from what we've been presented, that is, in my opinion, one of the... Well, it's my leading theory anyway. And then I'm going to butcher this name. I apologise in advance. Paul de Tablin. Sorry if I got your name wrong. What if Gemma's memory loss is caused by Enoch being separated to the team, similar to a signal? That's good as well. That's really good. It's a possibility. If that was the case, how long was Enoch back with them? Like, would it have fixed? Like, what's the logistics there? I don't know. Yeah, that's a good observation though, because the timing is there. You know, it's just because it could have taken a little while for it to start malfunctioning, and now that he's back, it might take a little while. The only thing that I would see going against that is the fact that Enoch seemed worried about it, and he seemed to want to bring her somewhere to sort it out ASAP. And if he's able to sort it out, maybe it's not that. I'm still leaning towards the EMP having some effect on it, but again, we don't know. We might get answers this episode though. Thank you everybody for the Q&A. I might do a thing now. I might pose a question at the end of every episode based on what's after happening in the episode, and then people can just do general questions and answers, or they can comment or do it towards what I ask then as well. You know, might mix it up a bit as well. They were all great Q&As. Thank you. All great questions. I'm fumbling over my words in this episode. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm excited to see what's happening this episode because of where everything left off. You know, we got shit hit the fan. You know, everything is all over the place. Half of our team is captured. The other half is after exposing their location. Yeah, what's on the picture? What's on the picture? Let's find out. Let's do this. Here we go. I'm excited. Oh, what's this? Is it something zoomed in really, really close? No.
Follows these patterns.
Well, technically, yes.
I will wake the hunters.
Oh.
One by one.
We must continue to adapt.
Wake the hunters. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was going to say, someone said that maybe the predictor is not real. Maybe it's some sort of program or something, obviously, because like the way we've been viewing her has been from within that mind machine thing. I had assumed that they were just meeting up there, you know. Oh, we got OG. We got season 6 intro. Nice. But I never thought about the predictor not being real. It might not be an actual. It might just be a program, you know. It might not have a physical form.
Where's Malik?
It's complicated. We went there. He was waiting for us.
He's dead.
I shot him.
That wasn't the order, Agent Shaw.
No, it was not.
Yeah, but he kept making waves. I thought it was best to...
Damn it, that wasn't the order. I don't have time to deal with him right now.
Yes, Director.
Let's bring the pain to them for once.
Hell yeah. Oh, we need to get a 1-up. They need a win, man.
The launch silos are... This isn't exactly how I'd imagine you meet my parents.
Missiles are away.
Fuck.
Incoming!
3 missiles inbound.
Prepare yourselves for extreme G's.
Come on, Enoch. 1 down, 2 down. Oh! Fuck.
I look like Hydra to you. Take a look at Ron's suit. Guy's here because he's got mouths to feed, not because he worships a space octopus. Religion's not really my thing.
I mean, Dr. Reinhardt has some very helpful tips.
Oh.
What's he always saying? Discovery requires experimentation.
Dr. Reinhardt, didn't we catch him in the war?
Yes, and thank you.
There's something wrong with that agent.
She one of them?
I know. You'd think someone named Stoner
She
would
didn't
be a little
detect
more-
anything.
The woman. I felt nothing.
Yeah. Fucking yes.
Like you. She's a Chronicom.
Haha. LMD detector. Or Chronicom detector.
Only parts of the ship would jump away, and what remains would be pulverized like a Xandarian snail in a liquefactor.
Why do you sound so calm about that?
I could jump at any moment, so we need to fix this immediately.
Fuck.
Who you know?
Why can't I remember how to fix it?
Don't worry, Gemma Simmons.
Tell us.
It will be all right, but we must act now.
Damn it. They're so secretive about it.
It'll be okay.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, what are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir.
Aw.
Just got carried away.
Big teddy bear Mac.
She's my girlfriend.
I don't think these strangers care about that.
Oh man, he's so cute.
You can call
Fucking
me
adorable.
Emma, and please excuse me.
We'll remove your face ASAP, sir.
Don't get wise, Agent King.
I'm telling you, she is a Chronicom. She had the same
Remove your
motive
face
emotions
soon
that I get
enough.
from you.
But she showed emotion. She had a personality. She was the person Stoner knew. Chronicoms can't mimic that.
You can.
I'm not like them.
You want to know what I think?
Yeah.
You never die. You always come back. You know how many times I've mourned you? I'm
Aw.
not doing it again. And I'm certainly not doing it for a decoy with a simulated personality.
He said they adapt. They saw me and realized they could steal personalities. What if they're doing that? What if they have a method of taking our memories, our identities?
May is going to be important this episode. Ugh. Oh, I don't want Stoner to die. It's the fucking LMD episode all over again. Oh man, I love it.
The brake calipers on a car.
They clamp onto the door?
You bust the locks, the door slides open.
Oh, they're bonding. Oh, I love this.
Think you can help me with that?
Oh no!
Bring another hunter up for the next conversion.
Never keep you back.
Oh, oh wrecked.
Any more and I'll kill the golden goose. Let her recover.
Fuck, what are they doing to her?
Careful! You're not bouncing some drunk from the bar. It's risky, but I want to try new things. If it doesn't work, we'll switch from needles to knives.
Fucking prick.
I can't really remember the hit, but I came to and my
Jesus,
leg
the
was
same thing that happened with Jai Ying is happening to her.
And we're going home. But you have got to fight.
Oh, what did she get? Oh.
Plenty of fight left in you after all.
Oh shit. We're gonna get answers now. It's an implant, right? Oh, why not just ask him? He know Enoch.
Something happened. Enoch's a traitor. Are you okay?
That implant thing looked weird. Oh, he's gonna go into the predictor. Did she predict this? I bet she did.
Bad time.
I bet she did. Mac is the weapon. Oh, there's two of them. Come on, Mac. Kick their fucking ass.
I want answers. Real ones.
He was fixing my memory so we can fix the ship. You cannot imagine how impossible it was to track the Chronocoms through time. But Fitz and I found a place where all their moves could be observed. And to guide us, Fitz stayed there. I designed a biological implant to suppress my memories. I named her Diana. She's adorable and we're inseparable. Don't worry, I'm far more likely to blow a hole through space-time than Diana won't matter anyway. Duct tape?
Okay then. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, nice.
Is that you?
Oh, shit. Oh my god.
My bones are cracking.
Oh, he can't contain it, sure, right?
Abducted
Why do you want it?
to ensure the survival of my species.
See? Me too. We should talk more. So much in common.
Neither one of us is actually speaking.
First, the difference is sacrifice. Yeah.
Nice.
Time is limited. Heart and pain and blood and sweat and tears. All the good human stuff.
Oh.
And we will never give up. The fact is, dying, it's kind of my superpower.
Fuck yeah. Look at that face. The smug smile was gone there. Oh. Oh. Oh, what? Did we just lose Coulson? Can they get him back?
You're welcome.
She didn't feel anything. Right? Right? Oh. Is it both of them? There it is. Oh. I fucking knew it. She is as well. Shit, man.
They've been gone a while. I harvested their skins. We could have had so much fun together.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh, fucked. Fucking Jesus.
I'm where I need to be.
Hell yeah, he is. Are we gonna go 90s? Keep the 20-year jump? Shit has to get significantly different now, right? What? Is this...
Mac! Mac, we gotta go! Z1's in trouble!
Oh, it actually is leaving. I thought it might have been a different timeline or something crossing over. Are they just left there? What? What? That was insane, man. That was insane. So we've Deacon Mac on their own now in what I assume is the 90s. If they're doing this 20-year jump every time, they had got to be in the 90s, right? Fuck. I was full on sure that when Simmons at the very end was talking over the comms, I thought that it was like that there was going to be some twist, like it was another timeline or something, bleeding out and trying to contact Deke or something, but no. It was just them jumping out. I'm really interested to see where they have gone now. You know, if we were doing a 20-year time jump, they are in the 90s, and then the rest of the crew are off somewhere else. I don't know. Would you say the Chronicoms just did that to fuck with them? It's like, right, here's the plan. We're going to go somewhere, give them a little bit of time just so they can go off and explore, and then boom, just get them out of there and just leave some of them there. Be interesting if that was a plan. So Simmons. A lot of you were completely right. You know, the memories thing, yeah, it makes sense. You know, the thing that was making me not think that it was it was that I assumed that Fitz was just hanging out somewhere, you know. I feel like he could be deep undercover. Like, the way it was described, I wrote exactly what she said down. They found a place where all their moves could be observed. Could it be, like, my initial thought was that it was with Sybil. You know, maybe Fitz found a way to access that, and he is somewhere in there, you know. And that's why he's exposed. He's in there, he's in the belly of the beast, and his body is just exposed out somewhere, you know. That was my initial thought. What if he is deep undercover with the Chronicoms, if they've created something to make him appear like a Chronicom and he is just with them? I don't know. But, yeah, it's good. It's good. There's still more to it. There's definitely still more to it, you know. There has to be. Because, like, that doesn't explain how they created everything. And the considerable amount of time thing. And, yeah, I don't know. It's good though. What did she call the Diana, the implant? I thought I misheard there when she started talking about Diana, and I was like, wait a minute, are they talking about the implant or their child? I was like, hang on a minute. Yeah, overall this episode was fucking phenomenal. I think I already said that. I don't know if I did. Unbelievable episode. Really, really good. It had everything. So the photo thing, I'm a bit disappointed nothing came of that, you know? Like, nothing came of that. I'm talking about the photo thing with Yo-Yo last episode. It just seems so pointless to have all of that in there on the Yo-Yo side of things if nothing came of it, you know? Or at least show the photo. At least show the photo when it was on Yo-Yo and zoom in on it and have it just be his parents, you know? They didn't really do anything with that, especially with Mac finding out on his own. It just seems like a few pointless scenes. Because you could have just cut all of that out there and had Mac and Yo-Yo, had Yo-Yo and Deke go there anyway and shoot Wilfred Malik anyway. You know, there was no point in having any of that stuff in there. That would be the only thing I would complain about this episode. But it's not even really a complaint about this episode. It's more last episode, just because nothing came of it. But, so, fuck man, I don't even know where to start. Like, I don't really know what to discuss about the Simmons stuff. I don't know what to do now. What they're going to do with that. Like, found a place that it has to be something to do with the predictor, right? It has to be. The predictor thing was cool as well. The time streams and all that. Like, stuff is going to come of that. Like, are they going to get knowledge of that? Are they going to be able to tap into that and see it? Will that lead us? Will that be a way of leading into the MCU timeline if they want to merge this with that? If they're going, like, this show is ending, right? If they're going to, I would love for them to merge it and have it go back over into the MCU timeline, and then it would give the possibility of them using these characters in other properties if they wanted to do that, you know? Having that possibility there, I would love. But, yeah. The whole scene with Sybil and Coulson was phenomenal as well. I loved all of that. Coulson is just so good, man. He's just so good. And he's so good talking to an enemy, you know? Oh, I love him. I love him. And we lost him again. He's dead. He's dead. That's a superpower. His whole speech at the end was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. Will he be back? I assume he will. Like, that's what they hinted at the end with Mace literally saying he will be back. We'll see him again. You know, what capacity? I don't know. How fast we'll get him back? I don't know. But I thought that whole scene was incredible. The actual death was great. I didn't expect it at all, you know. We knew what he had in the bag, and I was still expecting an EMP or something. I was like, they're not gonna, and then boom. I was just in denial for so long, but yeah. Man down though. Man down. We actually lost a few. We lost Nathaniel this episode as well. Presumably, you know. I don't feel like he could come back. You know. He took the powers. He said his bones were cracking. He obviously couldn't control it. I'd say he just shattered inside. You know, I had a mad thought that maybe Daisy would not have her powers now after this, but I don't really see that. Jayne came back and she was mutilated. You know, she was completely chopped up, organs taken, blood drained, everything, and she came back. You know, I don't feel like taking the blood would get rid of the powers, because she's an inhuman. You know, she's not as she said, she's not a super soldier experiment or person. You know, that's not what gave her powers. Her powers are hers. So I don't feel like, it was just a thought that I had. I don't feel like she will lose her powers. Coulson's thing, dying is kind of my superpower. I touched on it already. That was a great line. It's so true as well. It's so true. So, was it David Olsen who said, I think it was 2 episodes back, the purpose of May's powers, or one of the uses for her powers, is that she would be an LMD or a Chronicom detector in a future episode. 10 points, man. 10 points. 11 points, actually. Fucking nailed it. Nailed it. This episode really played with that, and I loved it. I love that it wasn't, like, when it started out, I was kind of thinking, right, are we going to have like a who is, who isn't, after been taken over episodes? Because we've gotten a good few of them in the past, and they've all been absolutely stellar episodes. You know, they've always worked. My favourite being the actual NMD episode. Was it Lose Control or something? No, that could have been it. I can't remember the name of the episode. One of my favourite episodes of the entire show, because you're literally on the edge of your seat for the entire day. Like, it starts with, like, you think, right, one person is going to be an LMD, and then it comes out and there's like 3 or 4 of them are LMDs, and it's so great. And there was a blind spot in the camera. So good. I thought the episode was going to be like that. I love the way it went. You know, it wasn't like that. There was a little bit of it, but it was mostly all set up for Mac's parents, and that was heartbreaking. You know, I didn't even suspect them. You know, and he had the arm thing. When he hurt the arm, I was like, right, something's going on with the arm, because they showed him at it, then they showed him in the next scene with his sleeves down, and I was like, right, what could it be? And the thought about the Chronicom thing crossed my mind, but then I was like, right, when could I swap him out? For some reason, my brain never went to the fact that they had them in there already, you know? They could have done all of this beforehand, and they did. And the second he was outed, when he touched May, and May did the kind of did the look, I was like, right, he's done. And then immediately I was like, she's done as well, you know, because that's the ultimate twist, you know. He's already outed with him, and there's no inclination that she is. But why would they do one and not the other, you know? It's great. Poor Mac, man, heartbreaking. He's I couldn't deal with it. I was so happy that he was getting some time with his parents, and he was so excited for Yo-Yo to meet his parents. And then they were doing all this bonding, and Yo-Yo and his mother getting to know each other. And then, no, none of it mattered. They just killed their parents. What did they say? I wrote it down. Something about taking his skin or extracting his skin. Jesus. That was brutal. Brutal. Because when it all went down, right? It didn't really hit me at first that his parents were dead. When it happened, and I was like, right, they got replaced. And I was like, wait, this is not fucking Radcliffe, you know? He hasn't plugged these people into a framework. These people are dead. They've stolen their face and their personalities. They're gone. And it didn't really hit me until a few minutes afterwards. And I was like, Jesus. Until he started saying the stuff about the skin. And then it really hit me that, like, he killed his fucking parents. Heartbreaking. It's just, I don't like seeing Mac upset. Mac is an adorable big teddy bear, and I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with it. The intro of this episode was interesting as well. It was the season 6 intro. The space kind of it. No, it wasn't season 6. Was that season 6? It would have been, right? Because season 5 was I don't know. It was season 5 or season 6, the intro. Yeah, props to everyone who guessed the Simmons thing right. There's obviously more to it, you know. We're going to get that in the flashback episode, the inevitable flashback episode. But I'm glad it's not an old age thing. There still could be some of that worked into it, you know. I don't know. We don't know the full ins and outs of it yet. But I'm glad it's not that, you know, because it means we still have these characters, the ones we know and love. Yeah, I'm excited for next episode now. Will we get a split episode? You know, are we going to focus on Deke and Mac specifically, or will it go between the two, between them and the people on the Zephyr? That'll be interesting, because we could get an episode of just the two of them in the 90s. Although I don't know, like what are they going to do? It could be a thing where it could be a cheer up episode for Mac, maybe, you know. Maybe they could see, they don't really have time to fuck around. Although they kind of do, you know, if they're locked there, if they're stranded there on their own. Or it could be them just exploring this world that has been fucked up time-wise, you know, this alternate branch that they are now in. Could be that. I'm excited to see the ramifications of all the changes. You know, I feel like we have to get some of them now. I want to see some ramifications. I feel like next episode could be a good way of doing it, you know. If we're going to focus on Mac and Deke specifically, it could be conflict for them in that episode, you know. Otherwise, what are they going to do? It could be conflict for them. They could figure out stuff is different. They're trying to deal with stuff caused by the timeline change. And it could be a cheer-up episode for Mac as well, you know. Because Deke has experience with all this. He has experience with all of this time travel shit, and losing people and being trapped in time, being lost in time. So it could be good. Deke and Mac on their own in the 90s could be good. I just want to know what happened to the crew. Where did they go? Where did the rest of the guys go? You know, did they go even further into the future, or have they just gone a little bit ahead into another part of the 90s? You know, could it be a situation where they've gone like 2 extra years ahead because the Chronicoms did something, and then Mac and Deke age 2 years and they just meet him again, you know? Because that would be a good way of, if they were separating the episodes, that would be a good way of focusing on Deke and Mac, and then the next episode, if it goes back to the other crew, they could just meet up with him 2 years later. But then you have the characters going through 2 years of experiences that we may not have seen. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Unbelievable episode. I can't believe, like, I love Agents. The show has been consistently good for such a long time. I can't believe how good this season is, you know. It's incredible, especially for a show in its 7th season. To have every episode be just incredible this season is just great. I'm loving it. And hopefully it continues. I have no doubt it will. Yeah, so it's going to be another Fitzsimmons question for the Q&A. And if any of you want to ask anything for the Q&A, tweet at us, #AOSQA. Everything is welcome before next episode airs. Any thoughts, opinions, or questions you have about this episode, hit me up with them, #AOSQA. I'll also pose a question to people. Where do you think Fitz is? You know, I feel like that's going to be a good thing to theorize on. So if any of you have any theories, let me know. I gave you my ones already. I'm going to mull it over and think more on it throughout the week, and I'll probably come back with more next week for the next episode. Hit that like button. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. We have some social media links down below in the description if you want to stay up to date with all things Video Juice. We will be back next week with another reaction to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Thank you all again, and we'll see you next time. Later.
So I could soothe your frightened mind and let our souls collide, rising tide so we can ride away.